Alaikum and very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Hamid Saeed here representing Eventmech. That is an initiative of Shahruh Technologies. We have been working on this idea by the name of Shahruh Technologies since 2017. But with Nspire, we renamed it as Eventmech and we made it a particular venture for the event industry. So our tagline is to reshape event industry, and that is what we are doing since last 4 years. And now we are truly focusing to actually reshape it. So the name Eventmech, I would like to talk about it a little bit. It's basically event mechanics and event technology. So a merger of event tech and event mech is Eventmech. So that's the name for you. So a quick overview, there was a problem that we identified that in event industry, it is not really well connected and tech enabled. So to answer this problem, we developed a product that is online marketplace with very variety of event service providers. That is our product. So about the market and competition, events are actually a big and diverse market. And online marketplaces are emerging at the moment. And this is where we are trying to play our role. So our business model is that we connect event organizer with event service providers and charge a little commission, 3 to 5% from our vendors. Right, so introduction. So it's primarily a marketplace connecting event organizers, service providers, and relevant startups. So how we connect startups, I'm going to talk about that a little later. So what's our market? Our market comprises of event organizers, event managers, service providers, businesses looking for PR and publicity, and people looking for networking opportunities in events. So we call them networking people and people who like to mingle with other people. So they are our primary market. So Eventmech also do let startups to use the power of events by putting the stalls, ads, digital ads in events being facilitated by us. So in the recent COVID times, the digital ads thing is really booming and we are at the edge of that. So what were the problems? So here are main problems that event managers were not having enough opportunities. There wasn't any centralized online marketplace and community available for event service providers. And it was very hard to find event resources that can be human resources or non-human resources like experts or equipment. So if we talk about human resources, so they are experts in event industry. And if we talk about non-human resources, so it's mostly the equipment. So doing a personalized event and designing your event by your own self was a very big problem. Getting instant match or quotation is still a very big problem. And this is where we are trying to play our role. And event management EM costs a lot when you try to do it yourself. So here comes the Eventmech, that is the solution. Eventmech is an online marketplace that works on sharing economy model, just like Uber. So we connect event organizers, service providers, and relevant startups under one umbrella. So here are some screenshots of our website and mobile application that is under development at the moment. So we have almost 70% of our web development thing done, but the mobile thing is still under progress. So here is the whole ecosystem, how it works. So yes, there are event manager, event organizers, sponsors, stall startups, brands, venues, DJs, catering people, decor people, models, ambassadors, volunteers, and crew, and they all are connected in an ecosystem where Eventmech is at the center of the stage. And they all are connected to Eventmech and connected to each another as well. So here is the business model that a client come to our portal and search for a vendor, and then they do online communication, event get booked and schedule, and it happens on defined date. So at the time of payment, client pays to Eventmech, we take our commission, that is 5% on average, and we pay to the vendor. So here are a few of services that are covered by Eventmech, that is event coverage like photography and videography things, event analytics, e-ticketing, event PR and marketing, planning and budgeting, and stall booking. So market size, we are doing what sort of events we are doing. So 10% events are online, 10% are party events, 20% carnivals, 25% expos, and 35%, that is a big chunk, are corporate events. So according to Event Industry Council, B2B event industry is actually $1.07 trillion big, and 1.5 billion participants are there globally. As we are currently targeting Lahore, Karachi, Islamabad, so only in Lahore, 1.5 million events happen annually, and we are taking a big chunk of that. So our competitors are Eventbrite, Shadi Box, and Venue Hub. So as an entrepreneur, an entrepreneurship trainer in a public sector university myself, I believe in effectuation theory, where we say that when life gives you lemons, so make lemonade. So I truly believe on that thing. And we are in conversation with Shadibox and Venue Hub, and they are, inshallah, going to be our partner very soon. So the competitor heading will be changed in a month or two, maybe. And then we will be in conversation with Eventbrite when we will plan to go international. Right, so here is the traction of 2020. We generated 3.5 million revenue. We got 500 plus event vendors, 200 plus event venues with the help of Venue Hub. As I just mentioned, we had 12,000 plus event footfall, 40 events were conducted, 100 plus online events were conducted. On our website, we launched it on shahruh.com first and then on eventmech.com. So the beta version got 1,500 unique users and 2,000 unique sessions. So that clearly shows that we have recurring users on our website and our social media pages as well. So we got 70,000 plus social media reach, and that is primarily on Facebook and YouTube. So our impact and clients, we have generated an impact of 2.2 million people with the help of DigiSkills. That was an initiative of Ministry of IT and T. We were official outreach and event partner for that. We have worked with SDPI, Pasha, TAI, Epiphany, public and private sector universities. So I'm seeing many people of representing those universities today in the panel as well. So we are also serving IT and services companies, fashion and media brands. So here are a few awards that we got in 2020. That one was Epic Business Award from UK, Istanbul Top 100 Startups, and High Impact Entrepreneur Award from Silicon Valley, USA. So here is the winning team. Hamid, Saeed, myself is the CEO, and I come from a technology and policy background. I have done my MS in technology and policy, and I'm into entrepreneurship since last 6 years. And I am a very good event manager as well. So then Junaid Iftikhar is there, who is the Chief Business Officer, and he's handling all the finance side and business development side. We have Chief Information Officer, Asma Jamshed, Chief Operating Officer, who has done his master's in Geological Information System. Then we have our creative head, Arfa Rashid, and last but definitely not the least, it's our CTO, Saad Wasim.
Oh, okay.
So about the investment thing, we are raising 17.5 million against 7% equity, and we can talk about the ROI in 2 years. So here is a breakdown that 30% will be invested on technology development and scale up, 30% will be on marketing, 20% on vendor onboarding, and 20% is for R&D of new pillars. That is very crucial for us. So this evaluation is not just made in air, it is based upon the recent offers offered by renowned VCs in the ecosystem. So here is the energetic team, and with that energetic team, we have very experienced people as our board of advisor. We have Dr. Qureshi with us, who is the program manager of IBA Center of Entrepreneurship. He is on board with us as board of advisor. And then we have Dr. Sarah Cover from Information Technology University. She is an official advisor for Eventmech. So here we are open to any questions.
Thank you, Hamid.
One of the event we just conducted.
Questions. So Shafat and then Fazan. Two hands, I can
First
see.
of all, Hamid, good to see you on the pitch. We know each other.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
I remember you joined one of our courses as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it was very helpful for us. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
No, so I must say, good job. I love the idea. There is definitely a problem and a solution. The market gap is surely there.
Yes,
brilliant work. You know, I have just a few questions.
Sure.
Number one, your idea can be easily copy pasted. You know, there is no technological, thing to it, or what I would say, a high barrier to entry or anything that can be patented. So yes, you could go out in the market, but it can be a copy paste. Anybody could put this together, better UI, UX, everything. I must say, very good presentation as well. Somebody has done a very good job on the presentation. It's a good job on that one. So first of all, to मुझे ये बताइएगा कि आपका barriers to entry या distinct, clear, competitive edge क्या है? This is number one. Number two, have you considered looking into Eventee? It's a website. It helps you manage online digital conferences. They have a very good, distinct competitive edge. Please look at it. I think that's one area you could look into, and that would give you a lot of, value. My third question, which is the key, आपका vendor registration का process क्या होगा? इस मुल्क में vendor register करना is a huge issue. You have to go door to door, लाइटों वाले के पास, स्टेज वाले के पास, floral arrangement वाले के पास, and you know, it's a huge issue. You know, we are I'm one of the advisors to the board to eBuild Pakistan, and once we were in the process to get vendors on board, this was tedious. You know, 7 months in the journey, nobody's ready to register. So what is your process? Secondly, आपका जो monetization model है वो मुझे कुछ clearly identify नहीं हो सका कि ज़्यादा तो event managers इसको use करेंगे, कुछ households भी use करेंगे birthday parties करने के लिए, weddings करने के लिए, they could source stuff, you know, and make their own event. But what's your monetization model और उसकी average क्या बनेगी? देखिए 20% आपको lights वाले में बच जाएगा, 8% flower वाले में बच जाएगा. So it's different percentages for different vendors. So 4 questions. Shoot, my friend, I love your idea. I think the valuation is a little high, not little, but quite high. But amount is right, but I think the equity you're offering is very, very less.
Okay, so if you allow me, so I would like to answer a few of your questions, and I guess I can answer them in a single go. So first thing is when we talk about getting into event management industry. So when I joined event industry back in 2012, so I was like lost. It is a huge industry. There is a lot to do in this industry, right? So I got 8 or 9 years of experience in this industry, and then I am talking about launching this particular thing. So one barrier of entry that is very precise is getting the field knowledge of this industry. Anyone not having the field knowledge of this industry will be lost if he or she try to launch or relaunch this thing. So one barrier of entry is that. Second thing, as you mentioned, then the percentages will vary. Yes, they will vary. That is why I mentioned that 3 to 5% is on average. Like there are few services where we charge 7%. Like for PR thing, we charge 10% to DigiSkills. That was an initiative of Ministry of IT. So we charge them 10% because we knew that the government can pay that. But to small vendors, we know that they can't really pay this much big commission. So we charge them only 3%. So we see the vendor and we see the service, and a combination of that, our algorithm decides what percentage to be charged. So I'm really thankful to Saad for making that algorithm in computer science technology. I'm also an information technologist, but I'm not playing that role in the team at the moment. So that was answer to that. And the last thing you just mentioned, that the valuation is little bit high. So I also feel that, but that's not done by me. That was done by actual venture capitalist. They made all the sheets and balance sheets and all the financial things. They asked what assets you do have in your company, what grants you have won. There are a few other things that are happening under the umbrella of Shahruh Technologies. One is printable.pk that recently got selected at Startup Cup by TAI in Islamabad. So all this makes the valuation of this particular idea and this particular company to 250 million in whole.
Hamid, quickly,
yes,
30 seconds jawab. Vendors कैसे register करेंगे, market में कैसे जाएंगे, penetrate कैसे करेंगे, how will you have the entire Pakistan online when it comes to the vendors and suppliers management? That's
yeah,
right.
30
So
seconds.
Right. So we are using our historical data or historical, intelligence to do that. So as I just mentioned that I have been working in this industry for last 8 years. So all the connections I have developed in this 8 years and my team have developed all those connections. So we have a team of 10 people. So if everyone have like 500 connections, so it is actually 5,000 event vendors here in Pakistan. So it makes it a very big count. So primarily we are focusing in converting those onboarded vendors and getting them online. Then we will go door to door and we will do marketing and vendor onboarding. So that is actually the second step what you are referring. Our first goal is to get them online.
Okay, so next is Kamran Niazi. You have a question?
Yeah, Hamid, very nice presentation. You're going to be putting all these vendors on board. What about data security?
We are using AWS for our data hosting and data security and all those things. But we are in conversation to host our data here in Pakistan locally. So it will make it more secure and, very accessible, very near to us. And then there are GDPR policy. We all might know about that GDPR policy. To cope with GDPR policy, we need to put our data here in Pakistan, and in whatever country we are operating, we need to put their data in their very own country. So we are trying to mitigate all these risks and all these issues, but they are actually scale up side issues. And for that particular thing, we are raising investment.
Okay. Okay, I hope Kamran you got the answer. Well handled, Hamid. And then we are moving with this. We are moving on to the next.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm very excited. Soon after our demo day, 2 दिन पहले ही हमारा demo day खत्म हुआ है, and 5 of our startups जिन्होंने incubation process start की थी, they were able to come through. Unfortunately, not all have succeeded to come this far. Our standards are high. What can I say? Or these youngsters have to work harder. But the 5 those who pitched, I believe they're all winners. उन्होंने सबने बहुत अच्छे तरीके से पिच किया था, लेकिन फिर भी मैं चाहूँगा कि मैं उनको एक्नॉलेज करूँ. जो जजेस ने, एवेल्युएटर्स ने उनको रेटिंग की थी, इसके अलावा हमारी अपनी भी रेटिंग कुछ है. सिर्फ ऐसे नहीं कि जो इनको जानते भी नहीं थे उन्होंने इनको रेट कर दिया और हमने मान लिया. हमारी अपनी भी कुछ रेटिंग है, तो मैं आपसे शेयर करना चाहूँगा. So सबसे पहले Eventmech came out as number 1. Congratulations guys.